Welcome to another Being Outdoor product pick. This month we're going to take a look at the 2014 Bowtech Stryker solution, and we're going to look at the luxury package. Bowtech Stryker, they had the Strike Zone the last few years. The Stryker 380 was one of our most popular selling crossbows, and we done well with them, good customer response, and everybody loved them because for the most part they were one of the lightest weight, they were super compact and quiet right out of the box, and they were super fast too for a great price point. Now the prices have changed slightly from what they were, but they're still a very affordable crossbow. But this is the new and improved solution package. Now, just like with the old Strykers, it's going to have the black limbs, and you can see they got some decals there that are a little bit different, you know, saying solution and that sort of thing. But they still got the black limbs, so that part of it is going to stay the same. Now, one of the new features is the Realtree AP camo. For a few years ago, they had the Optifade Force, which is this pattern here in the Sitka. Then they had the mossy oak tree stand only, and then last year everything was standard black. And then if you wanted to upgrade, it was an upgrade fee in order to get the camo. And this year they went away from mossy oak tree stand, and standard right out of the box you get a camo stock. And to me that was pretty good to go back to that, because to me the bows look better with the camo stock. I mean, the black's fine, it doesn't affect shooting or anything like that, but the camo stock certainly look better, and it does better in hunting situations for those that really are concerned about camo, and it just looks better too for the eye. But this is the Realtree AP. The cam system did change a little bit. You can notice a little bit different cam design here than what they've had in the past. With the new solution, this bow, they're advertising at 390 feet per second. And so it's 10 feet per second faster than the old Stryker. Another thing to note is it's 10 pounds lighter as far as the draw weight. The draw weights in the past were 165 pound draw weight. The draw weight now is 155 pounds. So you get less draw weight and more speed. Now with this new solution package, what comes with it, it comes with a quiver, which is also Realtree camo as well. And you can see that here. It's the same type quiver. It's the Octane quiver. It's got the little hanger for a tree, and it goes and it mounts right on the back of the bow, just like that. It comes with 5 bolts, and those are the gold tip laser 3 bolts, and these bolts are going to have this style knock. All right, I was actually speaking to a gentleman over the weekend, and it wasn't about Bowtech, but it was about a different bow, and I think he had a Horton or Parker, I can't remember, but a friend of his said, well, it's okay to shoot flat nocks in this bow, and so there was some confusion about what nocks to shoot in which bows, and ended up dry firing his crossbow. So it's very important to use the style of knock that comes with your bow with whichever bolt you decide to shoot. And so these are these gold tip laser 3 bolts, which typically what I have found is the bolts that come with the crossbows typically fly the best and do the best in that crossbow. Now you can tinker and play with different crossbows and find what works best for your setup, and I know plenty of people that do use different style crossbow bolts than what originally came with their bow. But as a standard, most of the time you can use and have some of the best performance out of what comes with it, especially in the Stryker package. But those are gold tip laser 3. They have a nice aluminum knock there. The knock itself is plastic, but there's an insert in front of that's aluminum, and then you have the brass insert. So it's very tough, very durable. It's a carbon bolt as well. But this bow weighs just around 7 pounds, and in the package, like I said, it has the 5 bolts, it has the quiver, it comes with a rope cocker, it comes with a scope as well. And there's also been a lot of debate over the last few years about the scope. The scope is a great standard scope to get you started. I tell everyone in the package, this scope comes with it. Try it out and see what you think. If you don't like it, you can always sell it or upgrade to something else. But it comes with it, so you might as well try it before you upgrade. My dad and my brother and several people in my family have used this scope and not had any issue with it. But that's just a matter of opinion, as what you think works best for you. I can't tell you, or no one else can tell you what you need other than through trial and error on your own self. With the solution too, there's a different bolt sensor here. There's this plastic piece here that's going to keep your bolt clip is going to keep your bolt down, and it bolts down either side. So if it gets broken, it's just taking those two screws out and putting it there. That's a big advantage. Before, if the bolt sensor broke, the whole trigger assembly had to come apart in order to repair that. So that's an upgrade. There's also a handguard here. If you notice that, this plastic handguard, and that's to keep your hands from getting up here around the rail and around that string, because you could lose a finger, or worse, have a serious accident if you get your hands up there. So that was a good touch to add to the safety of the bow. But this is the Stryker Solution luxury package. It retails at $9.49, and that's shipped to your door. We run specials all the time on these, so you can contact us about preceding specials. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go over how to cock the crossbow and shoot a bolt, just so you can get a feel of how loud it is and all that sort of thing. But so far, for the price point, these bows really outperform a lot of the competition, because they are super compact. As you can see, when it's cocked, it's going to be even more compact, and I'll show you that in just a second. It's super lightweight. It's just under 7 pounds, and it's going to be quiet just right out of the box. Now you can put a dampening kit on here, like a limb saver for split limbs. Put some leeches in the string. It's going to slow your bow down a little bit, but it will quieten it down. Factory setup just like this, with the crossbow bolts that came with it. Those weigh in about 398 grain with a 100 grain fill point on them, and I was getting 380, 382 through the chronograph with it. One important thing also to note with any crossbow, and especially with this, to keep that rail lubed every couple shots. If you're going to go hunting and you're worried about smelling stuff, that's okay, because you're just going to decock. But if you're going to just practice shooting in your yard, or you're going to do a lot of sighting in, or just shooting for fun, anything like that, you want to keep lube on there every couple shots, because there's a lot of friction that builds up on that string, and it's going to wear your string out faster if you don't do that. And that also makes your bow shoot quicker too, because it's going to make that arrow bolt, or the bolt, come off there just slick as a button. So also something else I was going to mention was on the Solution luxury package comes standard is the string stops, and that's one of the key factors that keeps this bow as quiet as it is. So to cock the bow, you just want to put it straight on the ground, and depending on if you're right-handed or left-handed. I'm right-handed, so I take my right foot, and you want to put the ball of your foot in that in the foot stirrup. And this is the standard rope cocker that comes with the bow. And what we're going to do is we're going to drape it rather, the string right over the back. Now on this bow, there is a rubber groove in the back that we hadn't seen before on the Stryker. You see this rubber groove here, and that rubber groove is what we're going to lay the rope cocker in. So when I reference that, you'll know. Here you see 2 holes, and that is for the 2-hole device that goes here and actually plugs in here on the rail, and that is a fail-safe protection to keep your bow from going off, like when you're traveling and stuff like that. So you can stick it right in the rubber piece when you're not using it. Otherwise, you have it in here in your car and stuff like that as an extra protection against the bow going off. And the way these bows work, and a lot of crossbows are like this, you want the safety mechanism in the fire position. So there's an F and an S here. F is for fire, S is for safety, obviously, and you want it in the fire position. And for a new crossbow person, that may come as quite a shock to have it in the fire, but what's going to happen is when we cock the crossbow, I'm going to keep pulling and pulling and pulling till it clicks. When it clicks, it's going to move this button from the fire position to the safe position. And when it's in safe position, right after you cock it with no bolt in it, you cannot push it into the fire position. It's an anti-dry fire. So I can't just flip it into fire and get in a hurry and go ahead and take the safety off and then load a bolt and accidentally shoot my finger off, or accidentally just pull the trigger and just dry fire my bow. It's for your protection. And the way that you have the initial bolt sensor clip that's holding the crossbow bolt in place, but as you go back, there's a bolt sensor that's actually, because that was all one piece before, remember me saying, this is just going to be a bolt sensor piece that when that bolt is slid in, it pops up and it allows you to be able to put the bow in a fire position ready to shoot. So we're going to cock it, and what you want to do is just run those clips and attach it to your string on the inside of your string stops. So when you get your clips on there, that's what they're going to look like. They're going to be on the inside of these string stops on either side, and you want those plastic clips closest to your rail as possible. And what I tell most people is just bend over, and you just want to kind of bend at the bottom of your back and just kind of stand up with it. And then as you get about 3/4 up, then you want to start pulling with your hands, and you're going to pull the rest of the way with your hands, almost kind of like a deadlift. So that keeps kind of steady flow of going all the way up and cocking the crossbow. Because some people may have trouble, they may have a back issue or shoulder issue or something like that, and so that gives you, it's more spread out, the weight of it over the course of the motion. So what I'm going to do, I got it evened out, and I'm going to do just like I said. I'm going to start to sand up about 3/4. I'm going to start pulling, and you hear it click. And when you hear that click, you know it's in there safe, and you can remove your string, and you can see the bow's ready to fire. And I don't have a cameraman, so you don't have to worry about any safety thing or anything like that. I'm self-filming this one. But you can see the crossbow, how compact it is compared originally. So you can see how compact it is once it's cocked. And so that makes it very maneuverable in tree stands and ground blinds. Here you can see it's the safe position, and you push it up and it just clicks back into the safe position. You cannot put it in the fire position without a bolt. Now, when you load a crossbow bolt into this, with these, you have 3 feathers, 2 orange and 1 white, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to put the cock feather down, and we're going to slide it back, and we're going to slide it. And if you look, I'm going to try to demonstrate this as best I can. If you see here, there's that little piece I'm telling you about, and you just want to slide back, and you see it pop up, and we're going to slide back all the way till we're seated against the string. Okay, now if you look, see that it went right into the fire position. I'm going to put it back in the safe position, but it goes right in there because we moved that bolt sensor. All right, and so right now I'm going to shoot. When you look into the scope of this bow, there's 4 circles. There's a 20-yard, then there's a 40, 50, and 60. These bows shoot so flat, there's really not, there's not a designated 30-yard pin. So what most people do is they'll use the center circle, the first one, for 20 and 30 yards. When you get beyond that, you may want to raise it up a little bit. It's all going to be trial and error. We've shot these bows on out there 40, 50 yards, no problem. But it really all depends on the shooter, what you're comfortable at, just like with compounds. Guys that are comfortable shooting at 80 yards, 50, 60 yards, whatever, that's nothing to them. They're used to doing it all the time. There's other guys that don't shoot 20 or 30. They say, I'm only going to shoot 30, I'm just going to practice at 30. That's their comfort zone. That's fine. Same deal with crossbows. Some guys, they ain't going to practice no more than 30. If you want to shoot out to 80, 100 yards, so be it. And you have to make that best guess and best choice as to what's an ethical shot for you. So we're going to shoot this bow, and then you can get a feel of the noise and all that sort of thing. And so you got a feel of the noise factor and everything about the bow. Like I said, it's one of the quieter ones on the market. You can quiet it down more if you would like. But at a blazing 380 some feet per second, it's plenty fast enough that you don't have to worry about an animal ducking or anything like that, unless you're shooting a very long distance. The biggest difference, I guess, with this package versus the other one, in the past, there is no shoulder sling like there was in the last. Now it does have the rivets here, or not rivets, but the clips for it, so you can easily add a sling at any time, which does make it easier for carrying in the woods. Like I said, these are $9.49 shipped to your door. We are running some preseason specials, so contact us about questions about that. In particular, our number is 336-564-2400. Our email address is Eric, E-R-I-C, at beanoutdoors.com. You can also visit our website, www.beanoutdoors.com, and there you can purchase straight off our website. You can read about this crossbow or any of the other crossbows we carry. You can also read about the little brother to this, just the Solution Stryker, that's a little bit slower, a little less draw weight. And you can always check back about different specials. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and keep up with all our videos and reviews that we do. And we'll be back soon with another Be Outdoor product pick. Thanks for watching.